Even in harsh conditions, DuPont Tedlar-based backsheets provide greater system lifetime power output and investment returns. Materials matter.
Hello and welcome to the programme. Coming up this week, a sobering tonic as the industry goes to rehab. India announces draft strategy for phase 2 of solar mission, and time for solar industry to hit hard at soft costs. "2012 will be remembered as a long and painful hangover, according to Finlay Colville at NPD Solarbuzz. In an exclusive guest blog, the vice president of the market research firm says 2012 was a year in which forecasts and guidance were rarely achieved, and when being able to report fewer losses, quarter on quarter, was marketed as a success. Yet this year could turn out to be a blessing in disguise for the industry. The metric in question, annual PV demand. The article discusses why repeated overperformance by the PV industry in surpassing annual PV demand expectations may have been a strong contributor to the mid-year confidence in 2012 exhibited by PV manufacturers. It also looks at how historic trends may have led many to think that excess product manufactured earlier in the year would somehow find a buyer by the year end, simply because previous years had followed this trend. Unfortunately, the analyst believes PV installation this year will not reach 30 gigawatt. Another blog proving highly popular this week comes from contributing editor Felicity Karras concerning two important reports about the US solar industry. In Tracking the Sun, researchers from Lawrence Berkeley National Laboratory published their annual historic summary of the installed price of PV in the US from 1998 to 2011. With roughly 1,850 megawatt of grid-connected PV capacity added in the US in 2011, the country was the world's fourth largest PV market in that year, behind Germany, Italy and China. Despite the significant year-on-year growth, however, the share of global and US electricity supply met with PV remains relatively small. Key to the report was the tremendous variety across systems in pricing, which noted an 11% reduction in the average installed price of PV in 2011 for residential and commercial systems of less than 100 kilowatts. The full article can be read online. India's Ministry of New and Renewable Energy has issued a draft solar policy for phase 2 of the country's national solar mission, outlining its strategy to install 10 gigawatt by 2017 through mostly utility-scale projects. The objective of the solar mission is to drive costs down towards grid parity through the rapid upscaling of capacity and technological innovation. The ministry believes solar power could achieve grid parity and become cost competitive with coal in India by 2018 due to the decrease in module prices. 4 gigawatt of the planned target would be developed under the central scheme and 6 gigawatt under various state-specific schemes that could include around 20,000 villages benefiting from off-grid electricity generation projects. Qatar, the world's largest exporter of liquefied natural gas, is planning to launch a tender for a 1.8 gigawatts of PV plant in 2014, which will require an investment of between 10 and 20 billion US dollars. Scheduled to complete by 2018, it will help Qatar to increase its share of renewables in the energy mix to 16%. The tender for the first 200 megawatt will be launched in the first quarter of next year. UK renewable energy company Blue Energy will finance and develop a $400 million utility-scale 155 megawatt PV power plant in Ghana, which is said to represent Africa's largest project to date. Speaking to PV Tech, Douglas Coleman, Special Projects Director of Blue Energy, said that he believed the project would also be the first grid-connected project in Ghana. The US Department of Energy has selected 8 solar research projects to receive funding under the DOE's Advanced Research Projects Agency Open 2012 program. The funding is to be invested in research covering 11 technology areas and be completed throughout 24 states. The solar projects are led by researchers from universities, industry and national labs and will receive a total of more than $14 million. The US government has continued to be a major investor in PV. And finally, South Korean OCI Solar Power is to use utility-scale PV inverters from KACO New Energy to build its 400 megawatt PV power plant in San Antonio, Texas. The 10-year deal is said to be worth $500 million to the German inverter supplier. As part of the deal, KACO is to establish a manufacturing plant in the region, creating more than 70 new jobs to support the project through its rollout phases. KACO will build its PowerDoor XP series of central inverters at the facility. Well, that's all we've got time for this week. Thanks for watching and see you again soon.